Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Field 1 here at Palmasola Park in the FGCL. It's the third game of our triple header, and there's a lot to live up to. Game 1, we had a combined no-hitter as the squeeze run-ruled the Sea Cows, and then just a little bit ago, the slice from down 7-0 against the first-place Queens came back to walk it off 11-10. What will we get here in the finale on this field? The 1-6 Skeeters trying to get off the schneid against the 1-8 Circus. Somebody is getting win number 2. We'll find out who it is right here on Field 1. Gray Robertson alongside producer Gracie. We want to hear from you throughout the broadcast. Hit me up on Twitter at Gray_Robertson. Here is the starting lineup for the Sarasota Circus, coached by Katie Kistler. Sophia Anderson, the right fielder, will lead things off. Batting second is Lauren Fox, the second baseman. Caroline Johnson, the catcher, hits third, with Sammy Zelenka, the third baseman, batting fourth. Ava Hazard, the DP, is in the 5 spot. Annalise Bunsey is playing center, hitting sixth. Maddie Dodig, the shortstop, bats seventh. Via Zelenka, the pitcher, will hit eighth, with Candy McQuillan, the left fielder, batting ninth, and Allison Wisniewski, first base, hitting 10th as Sophia Anderson fouls off the first pitch, and we get rocking and rolling. That first pitch coming from Miranda Gill from Weber. Gill on the summer, a 10.74 ERA, 0-2 record, 14 in the third innings, 34 hits, 26 runs, 22 earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Ball 1 to Anderson. Sophia Anderson out of UC Davis, 4 of 17 this summer, 235 average. Swings and misses at that one, 1-2. She's walked 4 times, so a 381 OBP. As we hit kind of the heat of the day here in Bradenton, just a little ahead of 2:45 Eastern time. Popped up on the infield and caught over at third base by Riley. Defense for the Skeeters. Out on left, it's Hawk, Castillo in center, Westmiller in right. Over at third base, Tegan Riley, Redders at short, Barton at second, Steinhorst at first, Weinbarger behind the plate. First pitch ball to Lauren Fox. Member of the Syracuse Orange, Fox is 2 of 18 this summer with 4 runs and 9 walks, so a 407 on-base percentage. That's looped to short and caught. Redders was there for out number 2. Now the portaling Caroline Johnson, previously of Queens. Hitting in the 3 spot. She'll take ball 1. 8 of 17, 471 batting average, 4 RBIs, 1 double, 2 runs. She's walked twice, so the OBP's at 550. And she is going to get a base hit. That's a fair ball down the left field line all the way to the corner. And that snuck under the fence, so somebody will have to go get it. So a ground rule double for Johnson. Double number 2 this summer. And you got Sammy Zelenka, who leads the team in RBIs. Trying to bring in Johnson. Foul ball. Zelenka out of Florida International. 7 of 18, 8 ribbies, a double, 4 runs. She's walked 5 times. So 522 on base percentage. She waits, over to short, clubbed by Redders. The throw is high, that got all the way to the dugout, and Johnson will score. E6, and the Circus get on the board first. Probably not exactly how Katie Kistler drew it up, but it works all the same. As the head coach for the Circus, a former Florida Gator, comes back into view. have a Hazard. Takes ball 1. Hazard recently portaled to Eastern Kentucky, previously with Marshall. Hitting .250, 4 of 16 with 2 RBIs. And that's caught it short by Redders. After the error, a great leaping grab. And we are off and rolling. Based on the history today, buckle up. We go to the bottom of the first, 1-0 Circus. Skeeters coming to hit for the first time. Starting lineup for the South Bradenton Skeeters, coached by Morgan Kostler, looks like this. Ava Castillo, the center fielder, leads off. Avery Barton's at second, hitting second. Lindsay Chadwick, the add today, bats third, with Jenna Redders at short, hitting fourth. Adelaide Hawk, the left fielder, is in the 5 spot. Tegan Riley is playing third and batting sixth. Brooke Steinhorst is at first, hitting seventh. Miranda Gill, the pitcher, bats eighth. Annalisa Weinbarger, the catcher's in the 9 hole. Kate Westmiller, the right fielder, turns it over in the 10 spot, and they will face Fia Zelenka in the circle. Zelenka out of Southeastern University this summer, a 4.67 ERA, 1-1 record, 21 innings, 25 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 10 walks, 30 Ks, and a first pitch swing and miss from Castillo. On the ground to first, 1 gone. Defense for the Circus is aligned in this manner. Out in left, McQuillan, Bunsey in center, Anderson in right, Zelenka, Sammy Zelenka over at third. Dodig at short, Fox at second, Wisniewski at first, and Johnson behind the plate. Avery Barton, first pitch. Long run out in right field, but plenty of time for Anderson to get the second out. Which brings up Lindsay Chadwick out of Jacksonville. 2 for 12 this summer with 2 RBIs. Couldn't hold off there, 0-1. Popped foul. 1-2. Chadwick sends that straight up the chute, and no one could find it. Long run for Sammy Zelenka, but couldn't get there in time. Just a foul ball. Full count. Called strike 3. Zelenka ends with the backwards K, and the Circus has some momentum after 1. Go into the second here on field 1. Chance for the Circus, with the middle of the order due up, 6, 7, 8. Bunsey, Dodig, via Zelenka. Annalise Bunsey, a portal baddie. She told me to call the portal kids from yesterday's portal workout. 1 down. Maddie Dodig now out of Binghamton. Takes ball 1. Dodig, 4 of 19 this summer with 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 runs. She's walked 3 times, so a .318 on base percentage. Dodig got that out to center. Little blooper. Another hit for the Circus, second of the day. And now the pitcher, Fia Zelenka. Six of 17, .353 batting average with 2 RBIs, 1 double, 2 runs. Waited and fouled it off, 0-1. Oh, and 2. Zelenka out towards center field. Park will hold it, I believe. That's a long catch for Castillo. 2 away. Just kept on carrying a little bit more than I thought off the bat. And here's Kenny McQuillan from North Florida. Back to the circle. Gill calmly throws to first. Inning over. So the single by Dodig doesn't lead to much. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Circus. Okay, Skeeters. 4-5-6, Redders, Hawk, and Riley. Set to face via Zelenka. We still want to hear from you. Gray_Robertson. Is that my Twitter? Yeah, Gray_Robertson on Twitter. You can tell us where you're watching. I'm actually getting a lot of tweets right now about the game prior that we called. Jenna Redders from Green Bay. First pitch misses to Redders. 5 of 16. She'll take that one high, 2-0. 5 of 16 average, a double, 5 runs for Redders. And that one misses high. Fia Zelenka suddenly having a strike zone issue here to start this second inning. Four-pitch walk. Redders will take it. First base runner of the day for the Skeeters. And up comes Adelaide Hawk. First pitch strike. Hawk out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma from New Mexico. 4 of 20 with 3 RBIs, a double, and 2 runs here in the FGCL. One and two. Nice movement from Zelenka right there. She chased, runner goes, and no throw. So a stolen base for Redders. Strikeout for Hawk, 1 down. Up comes Tegan Riley out of Lynn. Riley 1 for 13 with a couple walks for the Skeeters. Base hit with Redders' speed would probably tie up this ball game. Two and two. Chased low. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zelenka. It's good work after the leadoff 4-pitch walk. And up comes the portaling Brooke Steinhorst out of Madison. 2 for 7. And she was totally fooled by the change, 0-1. It was like Fia Zelenka had that walk and then said, I am just going to attack, attack, attack. She's been hammering the zone. 0-2. Morgan Kostler, head coach for the Skeeters, over there in the third base side. Alexa Muller serving as first base coach. Another 0-2. Another foul ball. Oh, man. Knees buckled. Beautiful changeup from Zelinka. And she strikes out the side after the leadoff walk. We've played 2, 1-0 Circus here on field 1. We go to the third, 10-1-2 due up for the Circus. Wisniewski, Anderson, and Fox. Gill back out in the circle for the Skeeters. And we do have a tweet in from Christine Miller, watching the Skeeters, and Avery Miller from Alexandria, Virginia, hoping for a second win. Thanks for tweeting in, Christine. And I don't know if you've heard me on the previous Skeeters broadcast. I've talked about it a little bit, but I went to Woodbury. And from what I understand, you work at our rival school. So hello, we will keep it civil. I'm just kidding. Glad you're tuning in. Thank you so much, Christine. Both teams looking for a second win. And 1-0 Circus as we go to the third. Allison Wisniewski will start things. Coming from Tiffin U. 2 of 14 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs here in the FGCL. Reach for the first pitch and sent it into the stands. 0-1. Another one, same spot, a little further foul. Wisniewski out to right, and it sneaks past the diving Wes Miller. That'll be a leadoff single for Wisniewski. Wes Miller tried to make a dive and just got a little by the glove. So base runner on for the Circus, and back to the top of the order with Sophia Anderson. First pitch strike. Anderson popped out back in the opening stanza of this game. One and one. Little high, 2-1. Ball 4. Good eye from Anderson. 2 on, nobody out for the Circus. And now Lauren Fox, who lined out to short. See if she tries to put something down. She'll take ball 1. No sign of a bunt. One and one. I beg your pardon, 2-0. Smoke to left. This is going to find grass and get all the way to the fence. 1 run will come in to score. Anderson is hightailing it for home. It wasn't fielded cleanly, and that's a 2 RBI double. 3-0 Circus as Lauren Fox expands the lead here in the third. Boy, Anderson was riding the coattails of Wisniewski. And still nobody out here in this inning. Caroline Johnson, who doubled and scored in the first, will step in now. First pitch strike. That went high, 1-1. Johnson currently in the portal, coming from Queens. Two and one. Johnson golfs that into foul ground, 2-2. Through the 5-6 hole. That one had eyes. Fox will stay at third. Second hit of the day for Johnson. And up comes Sammy Zelenka, who reached on an error that brought in a run in the first. Just off. Still nobody out here in this inning. Gill right now looking for anything to slow the roll for the Circus offense. Zelenka off the glove of Riley, just ticked off. That'll be an RBI single. 4-0. And we will see a change in the circle. 2 on, nobody out. New pitcher coming in for the Skeeters with the Circus up 4-0. Ava Hazard will face the new pitcher, Grace Rourke, and she greets her with a ball to the left center gap. Johnson comes in. Zelenka heads for home. Hazard stops at second. 6-0 Circus with a 2 RBI double. That will adjust the line for Gill as we take a look at Rourke, the Mercer Bear. Strike one to Annalise Bunsey. Rourke, like I said, righty from Mercer. Ground ball to third. Quick look back. Now the throw to first will get the runner. Good base running by Hazard. As she takes third. One down. So many things happening very quickly. Strike one to Dodig, who singled in the second. All right, Grace Rourke's line. And 0.95 ERA, but no results as of yet. 14 and 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned, 6 walks, and 7 Ks. As Dodig sends that missiled off of a tree, 0-2. That one low and in, 1-2. Foul ball. Scoreboard update from the other field. See if they're underway. Impact and Fins. And yes, indeed. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Fins over the Impact. It is a Lily Parrish day. Well, she's given up a run. Called strike 3. Grace Rourke gets the K. Dodig sits down. Here comes Fia Zelenka. Fia flew out to center field in the second. Strike one. Got to watch Rourke work a bullpen a little bit yesterday, getting warm for one of the All-American games at SCF, and got a lot of tools. Can mix speeds, good changeup, off speed as well. Has both down and up. I think down is some of her best stuff, as Zelenka laces that off the glove of the first baseman, Steinhorst. That'll be an E3. 7-0 Circus. First pitch strike to Kenny McQuillan, who grounded out in the second. 7-0. Where have I seen that score before on this field? Oh, and 2. I say that tongue-in-cheek a little bit because it literally just happened. Queens led the slice 7-0, and then the slice came back and walked it off 11-10. It was unreal. AKA Skeeters, you're not out of it. Not by a long shot. Good 0-2, missed away, 1-2. Nice hold. Foul ball. Swing and a miss. So Rourke ends the inning. But a big inning for the Circus. 6 runs come across. It's 7-0. We go to the bottom of the third. Skeeters will look to start the climb when we come back. Grace Rourke will hit for Miranda Gill here in the 8th spot. It's the bottom of the order. 8, 9, 10. Rourke, Weinbarger, and Miller. 2-0 from Fia Zelenka. 7-0 Circus. And this is the first at-bat of the summer for Grace Rourke, who did tell me yesterday she was going to hit today. 2-1. Full count. Hit on the left side. Handled by Zelenka. And there's the first out. Tweet coming in from Holly Castillo, watching the Skeeters, wishing for more of a breeze and less mosquitoes. Amen, sister. At least the stands are shaded. That is true. And Elisa Weinbarger takes it outside, ball 1. We do have a little bit of an insect issue at times here in the press box. Today I found a bug bite on my thumb, which was jarring. I went high to Annalisa Weinbarger out of Winthrop. Weinbarger 7-19, 368 average, 3 RBIs, a homer, a double, 3 runs. Called strike. Now the payoff. Oh, ball 4. That's the first walk drawn by Weinbarger, and they're going to run for the catcher. Steinhorst. Now the 10 hitter, Kate Westmiller. The Longwood Lancer. Towards Morgan Kostler over at third. Westmiller, 2 of 18 here this summer with a run scored. Top of the order waiting. It was an inside pitch that Westmiller kind of inside-outed foul, 0-2. Softball slap to short, and the play is at second base. Fielder's choice gets the second out. That was interesting. So Steinhorst retired. Westmiller at first. Castillo out in front, 0-1. 0 for 1 with a ground out. Over to first base, handled by Wisniewski, inning over. So a walk, but that's it. Vizcalenka continues to mow him down, and we go to the fourth, 7-0 Circus. Well, just like in the third, it's 10-1-2 for the Circus here in the fourth. Wisniewski, Anderson, and Fox. This time against Grace Rourke. Final line for Miranda Gill. She went 2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts for Gill. First pitch strike to Wisniewski, who singled and scored in the third. Oh, and 2. Over on field 2, they're tied at 1 in the second. Oh, Tom. Long day for my partner. Over on field 2, I fear. 0-2 pitch. That almost hit Wisniewski, 1-2. Cut on and missed. Rourke's third K. 1 down. Are they playing mosquito sound effects from the Circus dugout? Is that what I'm hearing? Nice. Sophia Anderson is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. Strike one. Rourke has been consistently and statistically one of the best pitchers in the FGCL, but I think that no result issue kind of tells the story. It's just been hard for the Skeeters to put together everything. Offense, pitching. Now, I do think that makes them kind of a dangerous potential underdog in the postseason because you can ride one arm. All bets are off once we get to the playoffs, and it'll be single elim. You'll have to play 2 games on Thursday if you don't get one of those top 4 seeds, and then 1 Friday, 1 Saturday, and that's it. Back to the circle. Look at the PFP from Rourke. Anderson's out. Now Lauren Fox, who brought in her first 2 RBIs of the summer last time up, a 2 RBI double, later came around to score. Hard foul, 2-1. Ava Hazard over in the first base coaching box for the Circus. Ooh. Love the pitch. Full count on Fox. Another foul ball down the left side. Katie Kistler offering some thoughts from the third base side. Good battle. Fox making Rourke really have to work. And you've got a lot of the power coming up in the Circus lineup. Off of Rourke. She recovers nicely, and there's the flip to get out number 3. That's a good job by Grace Rourke, staying calm but also making sure to get there in a hurry. And we go to the bottom of the fourth, 7-0 Circus over the Skeeters. Two, 3-4 for the Skeeters. They're down 7-0 against the Circus. Barton, Chadwick, Redders. Fia Zelenka, 3 innings, and she's been cruising. Avery Barton flew out to right her first time up. The Mercer Bear. Barton in the air out towards center field, and that's off the base of the fence. That'll break up the no-hitter. First hit of the day for the Skeeters, and it's a double for Avery Barton. First of the summer for her. And the Skeeters are in a bit of business here in the bottom of the fourth. Now Lindsay Chadwick, who struck out looking in the first. Maybe a hair low, 1-0. Chadwick back up the middle, base hit. Barton rounds third. The throw home is going to get her. Yes, ma'am. Bunsey from center field absolutely hoses Barton at the plate for the first out of the inning. What a throw from Annalise Bunsey. Got Barton by a couple steps. Johnson was in the perfect spot, made a good tag, no slide from Barton. And after the single, Chadwick took second on the throw to set up Jenna Redders, who walked in the second inning. Redders sends that towards the pavilion. One and two. Redders gets a hold of it. Catch made by Bunsey. No movement from Chadwick. Adelaide Hawk struck out in the second. First pitch ball. Over on the other field, Lily Parrish is having to work, man. Top of the second, 2-1 Fins over the impact. She's now thrown 44 pitches already. Hawk from Oklahoma City. Freshman last year for New Mexico. Strike one. In the air towards right field. And a little shoestring catch on the run made by Anderson, and somehow Fia Zelenka gets out of the fourth without giving up a run. It was not easy. But we go to the fifth, 7-0 Circus. Here in the fifth, 7-0 Circus, and changes galore. Taylor Davison will hit for the first time in place of Caroline Johnson. Davison from Syracuse, getting her first AB of this game. 6 of 22 this summer, 273 average, 3 RBIs, a double, 4 runs for her. Facing Grace Rourke in the circle. Davison shoots that to a nearby school. 0-1. That was just... That made a thunderous sound that I'm pretty sure was just that ball hitting the gate. There's like a school church. What is that? A community center over there? School? Straight up school. And we have had a couple foul balls land in the tennis courts, on the yard. Oh, it was just kind of unloaded towards the fence. Good take, 2-1. Two and two. And the chase. Davison strikes out. Another one for Rourke. Give her 4. Now another newbie, Peyton Bragg, checking in for the first time from Oklahoma Baptist. Strike 1 to Bragg. 3 of 19, 2 RBIs, 2 runs here in the FGCL. She has walked 4 times. Right now, Grace Rourke is just cooking. 0-2. Rourke buzzes the tower a bit, 1-2. Circus trying to get to some run rule territory, but that's going to be darn near impossible with Rourke throwing like she is right now. Base hit. Look at Bragg going to get the drop. 1 out single, and there is the run rule run standing on first base. Eva Hazard, who greeted Rourke with a 2 RBI double back in the third. 1 for 2 day for her. That's foul. Not by much. 0-1. Ava from Louisiana, went to college at Marshall, entered the portal, now going to EKU. Bragg over at first base. Swing and a miss. That one just ran away. And Grace Rourke has strikeout number 5 in relief. Up comes Annalise Bunsey. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Entered this game hitting .333 with 5 RBIs. On the ground to third. Controlled, delivered, inning over. Tegan Riley handled that well. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 7-0 Circus. New pitcher for the Circus as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and that new pitcher is Riley Stinson. Riley, the incoming freshman, going to Wichita Baptist out of Mansfield, Texas. So far this summer, a 10.03 ERA for Stinson, 0-4 record, 22 and a third innings, 32 hits, 35 runs, 32 earned, 23 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 6, 7, 8, Riley, Steinhorst, and Rourke. Yeah, first pitch change for a strike on Riley, who struck out in the second. Via Zelinka, excellent. 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. No notes. Tegan Riley got a hold of it out to left field, and Tegan Riley hits it out. Tegan Riley with her first homer of the summer. Skeeters on the board. That had to feel really good for Tegan, who's been trying to get in a rhythm here this summer. Now first pitch ball to Brooke Steinhorst, who struck out looking in the second. We've already seen one 7-0 comeback here on this field today. Could we again? I mean, man. Over to second. Steinhorst retired. Now up comes Grace Rourke. 0 for 1 with a ground out. That change misses. 1-0. Ooh. Rourke ducked out of that one. 2-1. Don't blame her at all. Two and two. And Stinson gets the K. Rourke came up empty. And 2 gone here in the 5th for Annalisa Weinbarger. She walked in the 3rd. Big cut, 0-1. Weinbarger out to center and right to the waiting arms of Annalise Bunsey. And we go to the 6th. Skeeters on the board, but still down 7-1. First pitch out to the gap, and the Circus is in business here in the top of the 6th. Leadoff double. And here we go for the Sarasota Circus. Nice piece of hitting by Maddie Dodig, her second of the day. And really the first time we've seen anybody kind of get to Grace Rourke at all.
Who's this hitting?
First pitch strike to Riley Stinson. And quickly 0-2. Stinson looking for her first hit of the summer, 0 for 11 with an RBI. So one gone for Kenny McQuillan. She couldn't hold off there, 0-1. McQuillan, a ground out and a strikeout in this game. After the leadoff double from Dodig, Queens trying to get a little back here in the 6th against Rourke. Tough charge. High chopper back through the middle, and they will get one. Racing home is Dodig. She scores. RBI single for McQuillan, and it's 8-1. McQuillan with her first RBI of the summer. And it's just all going right for the Circus right now. Great effort by Redders at short, try and get there after it went somehow over the very tall Grace Rourke in the circle. Now Wisniewski, 1 for 2 with a single, a run, and a strikeout. Strike one, 1-1. On the ground to second. To first for the second out. First pitch ball to a new hitter for the Circus, Caitlin Clark. 1-1. 2 outs, runner at third. 8-1 Circus. Clark this summer, 1 for 16. Looking for her first RBI. If she found it, then this would be a run rule scenario for the Circus. Oh, misses in, 2-1. Back to the circle. Rourke will throw to first, and that'll retire the side. 1 run does come in. A couple hits for the Circus. 8-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Skeeters trying to claw back.